Good morning, Countryside. I'm Megan Jones, and this is UPC. At least 8 members of the same family were among the 26 people killed yesterday when a man armed with a rifle burst into the sanctuary of a church in Texas and started firing. The mass shooting left about 20 others wounded in the small town of Sutherland Springs, about 30 miles east of San Antonio. The massacre killed about 4% of the town's population. Texas Governor Greg Abbott called the slaughter the largest mass shooting in the state's history and ordered flags to fly at half-staff across the state today. Sheriffs say the killer had in-laws who attended the church, but those in-laws were not present at the time of the massacre. The victims ranged in age from 5 years old to 72 years old. The 14-year-old daughter of the church's pastor was among those killed. Her parents were traveling out of state when the shooting occurred. The gunman was first spotted at a Valero gas station across the street from the church at about 11:20 a.m. He drove across the street, got out, and began firing even before he entered the church. As the shooter left the church, a local resident used his own rifle to engage him. The gunman dropped his weapon and fled. Residents chased the gunman in his truck. He eventually lost control and went off into a ditch. He was discovered dead from a gunshot wound. 23 people died inside the church, which has a small sanctuary with wooden pews and red carpeting. 2 died outside the church and 1 at the hospital. The wounded are being treated at 3 hospitals across Texas.
The Tampa Bay Times reports today that a 4-month death investigation out of Safety Harbor ended Friday when deputies arrested a 40-year-old man on a charge of first-degree murder. Michael Harbaugh is accused of killing longtime Tampa Tribune courts reporter David Sommer during an armed robbery in June. He was arrested Friday morning at the Pinellas County Jail, where he was already in custody on an unrelated charge. According to investigators, Harbaugh told neighbors that Sommer, who lived a few houses down from him on Harbor Cove Street, owed him money for yard work, prompting him to rob Sommer's home. During the robbery, Sommer reportedly died of homicidal violence. State records show Harbaugh pleaded guilty in January 2016 to domestic battery by strangulation. He was arrested 3 times on probation violations, including on June 20th, 2 days after deputies said he killed Sommer. Sommer's co-workers at the Tampa Tribune say they are saddened to lose such a solid journalist, devoted husband, and talented character from their lives.
In sports, Chase has news on the swim team. Chase?
Thanks, Megan. Congrats to the boys and girls swimmers, placing the boys as regional runner-up champions and the girls finishing in 8th place out of 35 teams at the meet. Regional gold medalists were Joey Licht in the 100-meter backstroke and Robert Fink in the 200 IM and 500 freestyle. Here are the Cougars who will be advancing to the state swimming championships. Camden Hernan, Joey Licht, Sammy Licht, Peyton Walters, Ryan Rosal, Joey Burns, Con Luth, and Robert Fink. Not pictured is Shane Gemma. The girls will be sending Summer Osborne, Abby Licht, Abby Togner, Leah D. Alvarez, and Shannon Keelan. The team will be heading over to the meet in Stuart, Florida on Thursday and swim all day on Friday. Thanks for everything, and again, congratulations to our outstanding student athletes at Countryside. That's all I have in sports. Now, back to the news desk.
Thanks, Chase. Pasco County Fire Rescue is helping to create a new training method using virtual reality. The department was approached by Target Solutions, owned and operated by Vector Solutions, to create one of the first virtual reality training videos for firefighters across the country. The department has worked with the company previously. Fire Chief Scott Casson plans for the department to use the video once it's completed and hopes it will be able to give his team a different perspective than typical training can. Once the video is completed, firefighters can either watch it on their computers or they can use virtual reality goggles and become completely immersed in the environment. Target Solutions said it chose a building in downtown Dade City to shoot the training video because it was a 2-story building and is similar to other buildings firefighters across the country may have to enter. And while training like this can never completely replace hands-on training, Casson said it does allow them to simulate certain situations that are difficult and costly to produce on their own. He said it can be hard to recreate some scenarios, such as a smoke-filled room, without bringing in heavy equipment. Some Pasco County firefighters are serving as actors for the training video, with everyone very eager to see how it turns out. There's no release date yet, but the video will be available on the Target Solutions website.
Tampa Bay area philanthropists Kate Tideman and Ellen Cotton have donated $1.5 million to the ongoing expansion of Ruth Eckerd Hall. The gift will fund a new 250-seat cabaret theater in the lobby where children will perform before the main events. The theater, expected to begin construction in January, will be named after its donors. Tideman and Cotton together have donated $11 million to the University of Florida's St. Pete campus and $500,000 to Metro Wellness and Community Centers. In 2016, they were named Philanthropist of the Year by the Association of Fundraising Professionals Suncoast. The $19 million renovation of Ruth Eckerd Hall began 2 years ago with the rebuilding of the Murray Theater and upgrading of the kitchen and air conditioning system. The next phase will focus on upgrading the main auditorium and lobby, as well as building additional traffic lanes to improve access. After the $1.5 million gift from Tideman and Cotton, Ruth Eckerd has $4 million left to raise to finish paying for the expansion. That's all we have for you today on UPC.
Thank you for watching and have a great day, Countryside.